All right, 350Z and G35 owners, we're here with some updates on suspension. We've added parts to the catalog, we've upgraded some parts in the catalog, and we're here to hit it. All right, Z1's forged front upper control arm. We're very excited. We've had these for the 370, the new Z, G37 for a few months now, and we're happy to bring these aluminum, lightweight, double adjustable control arms to you guys. So like our outgoing arms that were available in race versions with heim joints on the inboard side or with bushing versions on the inboard side, we kept that feature and brought that in. What we added to it was better clearance, lighter weight, more consistent fitment, double adjusters to make the install and adjustment on the rack much easier. You may recall, we got a lot of feedback. Customers would buy our arms and they function great. But they were difficult to adjust on cars, so if you needed to make caster adjustments or camber adjustments outside just the outer joint, you had to remove them from the vehicle to turn them in or out and then put it back on. It was a bit cumbersome. We got a lot of feedback on that. These arms are still available. They're kind of our entry level, and once you set them, they can't get knocked out or come loose and lose the adjustment. That's nice if you're rallying, but we get the feedback and we understand. So our guys have gone to work to make these double adjusters very easy. They're stainless steel. They feature a jam nut to keep the joint in position and tight in the threads, and then they have some Allen keys on the bottom that clamp the body to lock the adjustment itself as well. So the nice thing here is you get about 3.7 degrees of total range of adjustment from where you're starting static at most heights if a car is stock or slammed. That's plenty of range. On the range, if you're trying to go more positive, typically people would say they want to get closer to zero. They want their commuter Z that they have to make the front tires last. So they'll option for a set of the street arms if they're lowered a little bit. That lets you go a little further reach safely on the thread engagement, and it lets you have kind of close to max of what you can fit in the fender for the adjustment range. On a car that slams, say maybe a 2-inch lower G35 or 350, you can expect to see camber adjustment ranges for the street arms of minus 0.6, that's close to the positive position upright, as far as minus 4.3 in the negative direction for more track-oriented alignment. On the race version, that goes 1.5 in the negative, closer to the upright, but a little more aggressive, and down as low as minus 5.2 degrees. So if you're running a dedicated sticky tire, you want a lot of additional camber, or you're looking for the look at the show, kind of give you a little insight of what kind of range these puppies have got. They all feature greasable ball joint that's got a boot. It's nice, weather protected. You can expect it to do well through the winters. And boots as well on even the race ends. Again, very easy to adjust once installed. I'd say that's probably the feedback we continue to get about the later model options we've had out. So you can pick these up as just a set of front upper control arms, or if you're looking to upgrade the car further, you want to do a full kit suspension so that you can get all of your adjustment back. Then we've got it available in a package as well, where you can add the traction and camber arms, or if you're on a true coilover, you can choose to option the tow arms that will replace that factory mid-link. If you pick those up, we're going to include a set of lockout bolts as well with the kit. All of those rear arms are out because we upgraded those features on the street end specifically to now have all forged end construction. So these are all one piece, punched in position, machined, heat treated, coated, much more precise from arm to arm. We have a fewer QC issue. We throw away fewer of them because they all come in tolerance, which is nice. And they hold it for longer. They're actually stronger. No worry about salt water or things getting in behind a weld if there was a porous spot or something like that that could maybe haunt you years later. We haven't ever seen that on a set of the previous arms, but it's one of those things as a manufacturer you'd worry about concern in that arena. So very nice ends. They all feature greasable Zerk fittings as well, replaceable polyurethane bushings. Not something you'll probably do again for a very long time once you put them on, but very nice products, very easy to adjust, all double adjuster as well. So if you're lowered much, I'd say beyond an inch in a 350Z G35, typically you'll have to do something on that toe adjustment as well when you do camber and traction arms to try and get that multi-link back in shape. This lets you have the range, all the range you need to do that. So very nice way to kind of get it and put it together. Brief talk on the traits of street to race. We get asked that question about noise versus the performance. Out back, most people don't notice the difference in noise very much on race arms versus the urethane. It is more precise, so if you're pushing the car hard where you feel like you're leaning on real corners and you want the inputs and response of your commands or manipulating the weight of the vehicle to be quicker, more responsive, the race ends are the go-to. Up front, even I would say for the more casual drivers, it is very clear when you go to a race end how much more precise the tip end or initial steering feels. So if you're trying to decide what you want for your application, what you want the car to be, that's a nice trade-off. Now up front, you may pick up a little bit more noise coming through of just the road roar, or if you have a big impacts over joints or cracks, you know, there's a little bit. It's not shocking like if you had solid monoballs on the compression rods, but it's a little bit more. So if you're sensitive to it, just heads up, street may be the right one for you. But if you're looking to get the edge, you want it to feel like it's razor sharp and on rails, the race joints is really a great option to go with. And if you're uncertain on what the right package is to put together to get your Z how you want it for your usage and your application, just reach out. The team's here, we're happy to help. They're in and out of this all day. They work many on their own vehicles with different packages they've gone through over the years, and they've helped hundreds of customers like you achieve the goals they want to achieve without having to necessarily experiment with their wallet and do version 1, version 2, version 3. We get that. So not sure which thing's the right thing for you, just reach out. We got you covered on this, coilovers, bags, the rest of the things you want to do, sway bars, in-links, all that to get it dialed in. And if you're looking for power goodies, performance, OE, repair, or maintenance, we've got you covered on all that too. All right, guys, we're out.